Woohoo! Video feedback. But anyway, what I wanted to do this about real quick is this seller here on eBay. I normally wouldn't, take my time to bother with stuff like this, except when it was pointed out to me that this individual, had his account taken, and I kind of feel bad that this has happened to this person, because if we look at the stuff that that this seller sells. This seems to be the thing they normally sell, which is, kids apparel and things like that. And all of a sudden, you look at their feedback, for the things that they've sold. First of all, it's obviously a UK seller, so keep that in mind that this is a UK seller. We look at the items that they sell. It's clothing and apparel and things like that. We'll go back to that really quick. You see that they're in Bedfordshire. This is the kind of thing that they tend to sell. So this person clearly is, in the UK, listing, on eBay. And all of a sudden, I've already gone and looked at the items. We already saw that the cash book, the receipt book, and they obviously sell a lot of receipt books. 6 of the receipt books. It's just something that that this seller sells. I think I already looked at that one. Clothing and so on and so forth, and obviously the older listings, but sells a lot of those receipt books. Cash receipt, jeans, teenagers shorts, things like that. And all of a sudden, we look at what they're selling, okay, and see if we can go back to the things that they're selling. Well, I didn't want to feedback items for sale. And we've got bikes, and we've got sewing machines. And look at the 17 bids for this sewing machine, 11 bids for this bike. No, I mean just no. Oh. Have they finally got rid of this person? Maybe so. Maybe just that quick, because I've actually been sitting here reporting these listings as fraudulent. And maybe finally eBay has finally just done something about it. Finally may have done something about this, because I've been reporting the listings of this seller for at least the last maybe 45 minutes. And it would appear that the listings have been taken down. Finally. Because I really believe that this person's account has been hijacked. 13 bids for these things. It looks like, there were just some really, really obvious issues with this account, because you'd see things 9 bids and 21 bids, and they were all like, So hopefully this person gets their account back. It looks like finally eBay's done something about it. And I've probably reported about 50 of the listings, like it literally as fraudulent. So finally, it looks like this person's gonna maybe hopefully get their account back. Because I generally hate to see that, we have somebody who's probably a legitimate seller and, doing the right thing. And all of a sudden, their account is compromised like this. So, obviously we can't see some of the listings. They've just hidden them all or done whatever eBay does with them. But this seems to be the normal thing that this seller would sell normally. These are the normal listings. These, the apparel for the children's apparel and various things. Not this electronics and turntables and saxophones and 2010 Fender Eric Clapton Masterbuilt. Yeah, right. I mean, the reason that I got put onto this seller is because they put up a LaCroix Wave Runner, And we were looking at that last night, and I was like, wow, that seems to be really good. And the feedback of the seller, was impeccable. And Mike sent me a text message, and said, "No, I think that seller's had their account compromised." And of course, sure enough, I mean, it was pretty obvious, because when you looked at the bids, you would see all of these zero feedback of the same person bidding in $5 increments, and you'd see 17 bids, but 15 of them would be from this one person with no feedback, or very low feedback, and it was basically a new account. So yeah, finally they took this seller down. So anyways, that's basically it. Just a quick thing about fraudulent stuff on eBay. I don't think I have the original link to the LaCroix Wave Runner anymore, but obviously they've taken all this listings down, so it sort of doesn't matter. So hopefully this person gets their account back, and gets on to actually selling legitimate merchandise, which I think this is normally what they would sell, would be clothing. So anyway, cheers, guys.